Firefighters Ensemble right there.
Straps, got loose straps.
It's an OBA.
Loose straps. For shame. Look here, my man, that's a murder. She just killed you.
This guy thinks he's done it. He's wrong.
What?
He's wrong. Look at that shit. Talking to you. There's Taylor.
Go ahead, take it off. I check you, take it off. No, I'm not dressed here.
You got the damn fucking jackass black fucking glove. Fucking, hold on.
It's sticking to everything.
Come on, King, you do better than that.
Come on, man.
Damage control, what DC is damage controlman, okay? Basically firefighting. Okay, we've got a couple pieces of equipment here, and they're both used for life-saving. First thing I'll go over is the OBA, and then I'll do the EBD. A couple things about the OBA, we use it just for firefighting on board a ship. Okay, civilian firefighters use what we call Scott Air Pack. The reason we don't have no dry air facilities to fill the tanks, okay? Plus they're a little bit too big to fit through some of the scuttles on some of the older ships. So Fireman Taylor here is going to help me out. He's going to go ahead and put the OBA on, and we're going to go through lighting it off. You can see a couple things about this OBA. It's kind of dangerous piece of equipment because if you come in contact with oil or grease with this canister, it's potassium. Okay, it'll blow up. It's like a stick of dynamite. But what happens is how it works is you exhale. Okay, the carbon monoxide in your breath is cleansed right in here by a chemical called potassium superoxides. So it's cleansed out, and it's rebreathed. You're just rebreathing your own air. And it works up to about an hour. Okay. Now the Navy has standard safe times. We use practice 30 minutes with one canister's use. The thing about this OBA canister, though, depending on the person's body size, it'll last longer or shorter. Okay. So you might have a real small person, it'll last up to an hour and 20 minutes, and you might have a real big person, and it'll last like 20 minutes. A couple good clues about if this OBA is running out of air in this canister is the face piece starts fogging up. It's like if you put your nose against the window and you start breathing, you'll see it start to fog. That's how you tell if the OBA is fogging up, and you know you have about 5 minutes of air. Right on the bottom of this canister here, we have a chloride candle. Okay, what it does is it uses heat to produce oxygen. This candle, when it burns, it produces oxygen. It's oxidizing. Everything that burns produces oxygen because it's oxidizing. Okay? What it is a canister. It's good for 10 liters of oxygen. That's about 1 to 4 minutes of breathable air. Okay? The Navy trains 5 minutes, but it's actually about 1 to 4 minutes. Okay? These instructions up here, we never read these instructions. The reason why is the Navy's so backlogged because we had this OBA this is an A4 OBA. They had A3 OBAs during the Vietnam era, and they bought so many of these canisters that the Navy still got them. They estimate there's over 5 million canisters in circulation with A3 instructions. Some of the newer ones got A4. We train on memory so they remember. A couple things you want to do right off the bat, drop that down like that. Okay, you want to pull the cap off. What happens is it comes off in 3 pieces. Then you got this copper seal here. You never touch it with your hands because your body possesses like a natural grease or oil. Remember I told you about grease or oil? It'll cause it to explode, okay? So a safety thing, you never touch it. You want to make sure that the seat's good, which it is. It's a little bit bent. Somebody dropped this canister, but we'll show you, we'll demonstrate it. What happens is you'll insert it up. Better if we use a buddy team, and the Navy trains on teamwork. So the buddy team works real well. What he's going to do now, he's going to bring up his bell, and he's going to do what we call a manual start on the OBA. So go ahead and slam your bell home. He's going to bring it up, he's going to slam it up, squeeze both his tubes, and he's going to start it up. Okay, that's one way of starting the canister. The other one is this chloride candle I told you about, and I'll pop it here in a second. You might have to do that 3 to 4 times to make sure that his bags are starting to inflate and he's breathing good. Another way to tell is you'll feel heat on the bottom of this canister. okay? Because once it starts oxidizing, once again, it produces heat. Okay, he sets his timer 60 back to 30. Now he's going to do a lower half seal check. He's going to squeeze the tube, he's going to put his hand right over here, and he's going to chicken wing it. What that does, just tell that the bags are not ripped. So in case he goes into a toxic atmosphere, he doesn't inhale any toxic fumes in there. Okay? Now he's breathing good, he's good to go, he's ready to go in and fight a fire. A couple things on battle dress, and put his flash hood up, wear the battle helmet, and you have flash gloves or battle gloves on, depending on what he's doing. Okay? As you see, it fits through the body. There's a D-ring here. This can be used for two different things. We have what we call an OBA tendon line, and we have signals for that. It's for an investigating team. They always work in teams of two once again. That way they can stay in contact using a tending line, which is just like a cable, or just like this. The other guy in the back of the hose with him, a team leader, can direct him just by moving this around. Okay? Okay, right here we got a light. It's not too bright here. In most smoke-filled areas, you can't see light very good because you can barely see your hand in front of your face. There's a couple of us in the Navy on board a ship that's fought fires. I've been fortunate enough, to fight a fire to see how it really acts. We got a couple other pieces of equipment that we use to help find the fire. But what this is basically for is to breathe your air, rebreathe your air that your body's producing. It clears out the carbon monoxide, breathes the oxygen through the process right here. We have a black tube. This is your exhalation tube. What's happening every time he exhales, it's going through in here, going into that potassium. Okay, it goes all the way to the bottom. That potassium scrubs it. Potassium superoxide. Okay, then it comes back up. It's an outside chamber. The potassium's in the middle, comes up to the outside, comes up on this inhalation tube. Every time he breathes in, he's rebreathing the good air. Once again, if the OBA face piece starts to fog up, that's 5 minutes of oxygen. Okay, well, what this is really designed for now, he's 5 decks down, okay? That's about 5 stories. He's all the way down on the bottom of a ship fighting a fire. He knocks the air out of his bags, he can't breathe, okay? What he's gonna do, he's gonna pull out straight forward in front of him. Just like that, and make sure he gets the cotter pin. What happened is I just lit off that candle. He's gonna start breathing again. Okay, once he starts breathing again, he'll feel some smoke in there, but it's no big deal. You can smell it start to burn, you see it? It's real hot. And we can use it once again to fight fires. Say we had a toxic spill of sewage. They produce toxic gases, we can use that. Just different uses for it. Basically it's firefighting though. Alright? We also got a voice amplifier here, so if he talks, his voice is carried a little bit louder instead of being muffled. Okay? Any questions on this piece of equipment? What do you want?
How you set it to?
60 back to 30. He set the timer. If you'd have been paying attention, you would have understood that there.
That's right,
in your face. Okay?
I don't want to hear him talk.
Go ahead. Can you talk?
They got no batteries in there.
The voice amplifier don't work.
Say again?
Voice amplifier doesn't
See, what
work.
happens is it's hard to get batteries here in Guam that are good. Okay, we can buy you batteries. It just takes months to get them. And since the ship's decomming, the money's going away for stuff like that, consumable money. So it's getting harder and harder to get stuff like that. But we do have sets that work. If it doesn't work, it still doesn't hamper you, okay? Because once again, we work in teams of 2, or we work in a host team, and that's a team of 4 to 6 guys. And they can communicate by doing repeat backs. He'll tell me something, and I'll repeat it back to him. Then I'll tell the next guy, he'll repeat it back to me so we don't miss any information, okay? So you can go ahead and get out of that. Now I'm going to show you the EVD.
Right now we have number 1 on station. It's a steam fire pop, and that's 1,000 gallons per minute, firefighting water. Okay, see you later.
Let's go, get the nozzle, let's go!
Jones, wake this up.
Take it out, crossway. Charge number 2. Let's go. Charge number 2. Charge 2. Let's go. Flake it out.
Slowly.
Charge it out. Let's go. Charging number 2. Charge number 2. Let's go. Number 2's charged. Water.
Oh, shit, get his ass wet.
Hold right there, number 2. Let's get low on that hose. Get low.
Come on, what's your enthusiasm, man?
45-degree angle. Get out more. Get out more. Get low. Advance on hose. Fast. Get down. Get down. Get down. Go. Put the water in the fire. Come on, let's go! Hey, Larry, what you got? Hey, Larry, what you got? Mark it in! Mark it in! Mark it in! Let's go!
Try to teach these guys.
Shut up, Jason. Shut up. You're so shit high. Aren't you out there?
I am.
You're just warming over.
Come on, DC3 first thing. I thought I made that today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I already have.
This is when I had the fire taped it up on the rail and one of the things we had to crawl in during walk day was filled with that green dye and it turned everything we had on green and then the last rinse off before we went in duct tape and come out. We did go in as a volleyball and throw the shell back and we had to rinse off and then recover the food before you went in there. So let's see left to break these maps.
Say something. For what?
Hey, don't film me. I don't know what to say. What are you doing? Dude, yes, there he goes. He's doing his job. Look at him. Isn't he doing well?
Say hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
Tell her what you're doing.
It's got no drain of the fire hoses. And at this point, storm the lines that rot out. I'm fixing to restow. Inch and a half. Fire hose.
You gonna watch us stow this?
Say hey, Rod.
I'm on.
Almost back to Guam.
You done talking about. Tell him it looks better.